Next up, we've got Trump campaign funneling millions to mystery company raises questions. So this is the one that I said the Supreme Court decision will kind of potentially impact. So basically, the long and short of this story is there is a new company that was set up in like last November, registered in Delaware, of course, because of course they are. Every shady business registers in Delaware. And nobody knows what they do. Their website is basically a blank slate. It's got a contact form, but like nobody ever responds from the contact form. And nobody knows.
It's just enough so that they can say, yeah, go to our website.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah,
it's enough so that they have areas to point to, and that's
nobody
it.
knows who works there. Nobody knows what they do. Nobody knows who they are, who they're affiliated with, what sort of services they provide. We know nothing about this company. And $3 million of Trump's campaign funds have been funneled into this company. And if he becomes president and then does things to cover up whatever he's doing through this company, that now becomes something that you can't look into, because that would be questioning the president's motives when he was doing a thing. And whether that counts as an official act or not, you can't collect evidence on it.
Thank you, Supreme Court.
So, yeah, as if money in politics wasn't bad enough already. But like, yeah, I actually like this is the website. This is the whole thing. It's cut off on the screenshot, but there's like clouds scrolling across the bottom, and like not very, like it's just a still image that they've got scrolling. It's
nothing
not actually,
really there.
Yeah. I mean, I could get in touch. We fill out the form, email news@viced.rhino.com. Viced Rhino. How can we help?
Rice to Rhino.
What do you do? Submit query. Submitting successfully. That's it. That's their whole website. I just showed you the whole damn thing. Sorry, you guys didn't see the clouds that were scrolling across the bottom.
They were very important, though.
Yeah, no, that completely changes everything and makes everything legit. So, this is why you buy your Skillshare. That is the company that does websites, right? I keep getting mixed up with one of the other ones and so many ads. I think you mean Squarespace, because Skillshare is the one where you learn how to build a website, whereas Squarespace is the one that says we'll build it easy.
We'll build your website for you.
Well, they won't build it for you, but they provide tools where if you can drag and drop a picture, you can build a website.
Close enough.
Yeah, so Trump's campaign has given more than $3 million to a mystery company. Two committees associated with the former president's political campaign, the Trump Save America Joint Fundraising Committee and Save America, have paid a grand total of $3.1 million to Launchpad Strategies LLC, a company that was incorporated in Delaware in November, according to state business records, because that's where all shady businesses are.
Yay.
P.O. Box is in North Carolina.
For reasons, I guess.
Yeah, there's probably a reason for that as well.
Might be P.O. boxes where the person is located, whereas the LLC would be filed in Delaware.
Yep. So a Trump campaign spokesman said that it's a digital advertising company that is primarily focused on fundraising.
Okay.
Which I feel like they don't really need a fundraising company to write those unhinged emails that are just like, we need you to save America by giving us money now, otherwise Biden and the Democrats will kill babies after they're born. Like, if any ad agency is actually responsible for that, then they need to be, like, disbanded somehow.
I mean, it's working, though. Let's be honest. Although, to be honest, I think more of the assistance that's gone towards Trump's attempted presidency right now has been happening thanks to CNN. There's been far more reporting on how bad the Biden debate was than anything I can think of that they've focused on in recent bits.
Yeah, like, fuck that. You know what? I would... Okay, I'm not American, so I can't vote. I'm sorry. I wish I could. But I am communist.
Oh, boy. Seal Jules has just made you a comrade.
Yeah. What was this? Yeah, no. So I'm not American, so I can't vote in your elections, unfortunately, because despite what the Republicans will tell you, only American citizens are legally allowed to vote. I don't know why that's their thing right now. It's like, oh, Biden wants to make illegal aliens allowed to vote. No, he doesn't. They haven't done anything. It's already illegal for them to do it, so passing legislation about that doesn't make any sense. But, like, if I could vote in your election, I don't care if the Democratic candidate is a bucket of donkey dicks. I would vote for the bucket of donkey dicks over Donald Trump.
I mean, you'll take anything over Hitler 2.0.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Like
Even
that-
with Biden, like, okay, fine. Say he's mentally infirm. Okay, there's evidence that Trump is as well. Have you ever heard him speak at his rallies? That dude is unfucking hinged. They're just unhinged in different ways.
I will always take incompetence over evil, though. Like,
Yeah,
if
but-
I have a choice
but here's
between
the
the
thing.
two of them,
Joe Biden, even if he is mentally failing, he still knows to surround himself with people that know what they're doing. And, like, the president doesn't have to be good at debating. The president has to be good at picking people who will advise him correctly and taking correct actions. Now, like,
also
having
these
an
are the
infirm
people that
president-
celebrated. These are the people who celebrated Reagan as hard as they did when that dude coasted through the last few years of his presidency in the swallowing arms of dementia.
Look up Ronald Reagan signature over time, and look at them side by side and watch him deteriorate. Yeah, no, Nancy Reagan was making official policy decisions based on the advice of her astrologer by the end of his presidency, and like that's not what would happen with Joe Biden, I don't think. But if it did, it would still be better than fucking Trump. And
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, yeah, Biden sucked at the debate. The president's job is not to debate people.
Nope, their job is to run the country.
Yeah. And like all the discussion about whether or not Joe Biden should drop out, it's like how about we talk about what the fuck Trump is doing? How about we talk about Project 2025 and like a bucket of donkey dicks is not going to pass Project 2025 or it's not going to pass their agenda stuff. Like, no. Why have you disappeared again? You always make me nervous when you disappear.
Because I'm changing the temperature in my room because it's ice cold.
Ah, okay. That's fair.
But if it makes things more entertaining,
Yeah, so this company that your Trump spokesperson, after saying that they are a digital advertising company that focuses on their fundraising, I followed that up by saying, as you note, the FEC documents include their listing in a compliance with our reporting obligations, which, if you offer that up unprompted, then you know you're covering your ass for the sketchy thing that's happening.
yeah.
Like, if you ask me about
It's like,
an
don't worry, we are in compliance. Like, why are you having to say we're in compliance? Nobody was asking.
Like, if I have an advertising like if I hire an advertising agency to put together an ad for my YouTube channel, and then somebody calls me up and says, hey, I just noticed that like I found some filing or whatever that you had to do where you hired Donkey Dicks LLC for something, what's that about? I'd just be like, oh yeah, no, they did some advertising for me, and then I'd leave it at that. If I was like, yeah, they do advertising for me, and I filed everything as in compliance with reporting obligations, and that's like, oh, so yeah, you're saying they did advertising for you, but you wouldn't have said that second thing if there wasn't something else there. So, you know, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but I don't think so, because this is fucking Trump we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, and then the rest of the article is just about how sketchy this is. So, yeah.
A shadow organization doing campaign stuff for Donald Trump being a shadow organization. In other news, water may or may not make other things wet. More on that at 11.
How about no political donations? Campaigns are financed through tax money. Everybody gets a set amount,
Yep.
and they all get
Do
the
with
same
it what you
amount.
will.
And there's no more super PACs, no more, like, yeah. And
I'd
then
prefer
everybody's
that.
like, oh, we'd have to raise taxes for that. It's like, okay, but
No,
like,
we wouldn't. We already spend a fuck ton of tax money where it doesn't need to be. We'll just reallocate some of those taxes.
Well, even if you do have to raise taxes for that, the amount of money spent on campaigns would be significantly less than it is now. So when you can, like, if you average out the donations given to all the campaigns across the population, that's effectively saving them money. Now, granted, good chunk of that money, most of that money, I'd say, comes from rich corporate donors. But when have Republicans ever complained about giving breaks to rich corporate people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I just quickly want to give a thank you to all of my wonderful patrons who keep this show running. YouTube and Twitch are a pretty bumpy ride at the best of times, and the stability a Patreon provides me is worth more than I can say here. I'd also like to thank each and every one of my $20 and up patrons here, and they would be Red Joker, Britzkrieg, Cameron, Dren, Jemshin, Smiling DM, Poundini, Mabbity Babbity, Naomi, Isaac, Nixie Chan, Agamotto, Jordan, Ravi, Giuni, Kiratorian, Prisma, all of you, I'm not saying that part, and Starlight. And finally, thank you to everyone else that helps keep this channel alive. While you're here, why not check out another video? And thank you for watching.